You have just had a performance by the Mahwah Thunderbird Marching Band here at the Westwood Complex in Washington Township as WCTV prepares for an outstanding football game between Mahwah and Westwood. Hello, everybody. I'm Larry LaFury along with John Francola. And John, this is going to be a very important game as we continue to prepare right up to the minute. Game between Mahwah and Westwood. This game will catapult one team into closer and closer to the playoffs.
Well, the winner will definitely move up in the slot of 1 or 2, and the loser could really get in the mix to fight for their life.
Yeah, look, as you see the Westwood team come running on. The Mahwah team is already on the field. Both teams need this win. Westwood comes in with 3-2. Mahwah comes in 4-1. Westwood wins 4-2. You start looking down the line to see if you make the playoffs and then what your seed is going to be. The team for Westwood was brought on by the Wolverines of Westwood, which is the rec program here in our area. Westwood is a school with 2 different towns, Westwood and Washington Township. It's a regional school system. But let's talk a little bit about the teams now, John, as they go on. Let's do the Mahwah team. That's a junior-laden team led by their quarterback, Kyle Teal, number 9. He does it all. He runs, he passes, he even punts.
Unbelievable. He's a fantastic athlete. Last week he only had 4 touchdowns of the 4 touchdowns scored. Larry, they're big. Let's talk about this line. I mean, this is a mammoth line. On offense, they average 247 pounds. And on defense, 253 pounds. This is an average.
They are a very, very big team. They're also augmented by a running back, number 11, Ryan Cabrera. We've seen him last year. It's a very well-balanced team. We spoke to the coach, Coach Diaz, and he seems very happy with this team, the way they're playing.
Well, you know, he says, look, they're playing great this year, but next year we are going to be super. And I look at him, you're pretty super this year.
And now we go back to Westwood. Westwood has a balanced team. They have the quarterback, Anthony Carubia, the running back, Tyler Giordano, who amasses many yards from the running back position, also on punt and kickoff returns. They're dangerous. But their outside receiver, Christian Mays, just tremendous speed, great hands, can go deep. He's going to have to get deep on this game today.
Absolutely. He's the one you got to throw the deep pass. And then you have Carubia can actually run and pass. And Rydell has got great size and speed. So between those 2 young men, you should get some excellent targets.
It's going to be... Well, national anthem been played. The crowd is still filing into this stadium here. John, I noticed that when you have a 7 o'clock game, it takes time for everybody to get here.
Oh, absolutely. But Larry, this is going to be a fantastic game. You know, I want to see if they kick to Giordano. Giordano's had 11 kicks for 450 yards kickoff return. Last week, everything was a dribbler. They didn't give him a chance. And he did. He took one back, almost 90 yards, but stepped out of bounds around the 50-yard line.
You know, everybody has tape on everybody. You see where people are strong, and you keep away from that, and you see maybe where they have a little weakness, and you try to exploit the weakness. So we'll see what goes on here. Westwood will receive the kickoff. Giordano will be back along with Mays. Those are 2 speedy guys. You would think Mahwah would not kick to them.
They will not kick to them. But, you know, this is going to be a game I'm going to predict it's going to be won and lost in the offense and defensive lines. That's going to be the key today.
Devin Yang will kick for Mahwah. Number 10. And let's see now if he pooches. What do you do, John? You pooch it?
I would not kick to Giordano. IV, forget about it. He'll take it to the distance. I put it right in the middle, maybe right in that triangle.
Yeah, we'll see.
Well,
we are ready.
There's my first mistake.
Coming down. Giordano will have it at shy to 10.
What
Up
a
the
move.
middle. He's got a hole.
alley.
There he goes.
He's got
Kipping
room.
and wigging. Still going, and he gets across the 40-yard line.
About
60 yards.
60 yards. Larry was pushing the young man away, one of the blockers. If not, he would have had the angle all the way. Is he electrifying? You don't kick to that young man because he'll take to the house.
So Giordano, I don't kick to Giordano.
You don't kick the ball to him.
I think he's got about a 45-yard average of kicks and punch returns.
Well, 11 for 450 yards.
So do your arithmetic.
I'll tell you. And he was pushing the young man who was blocking for him.
Get out of my way.
Get out of my way.
So Karubi is calling signals. Baez is in motion. Pitch back out to Giordano around the right side. He's got some room out there. And he fights and claws his way across the 35-yard line, but a flag from outside. Let's give you quickly Westwood's their specialties. Anthony Karubia is the quarterback. Baez and Giordano will be the running backs. Mays and Daly will be the wide receivers. Let's see what the penalty is going to be.
We have
Joe
holding.
Belcher has a holding penalty against Westwood. The referee today is Joe Belcher. Mike Foley's the umpire. Mark Rogers, the linesman. Stefanikos is the line judge. Field judge is Mr. Lortz. Side judge is Schultz. And Jason Bergman is the time operator up here. Well, that run is negated. On a hold.
Big penalty. Holding.
1st and 15 now. Mays is in motion. Hand to Mays off. Mays has some room. There goes Mays at the 30, 20. He's going to go all the way. 10, 5 to the goal line. Touchdown.
43 yards.
Christian Mays with some great blocking goes 43 yards.
Unbelievable. What fireworks. What a great move by number 24, Christian Mays.
Jason Levy, he's a sophomore. He will come in to kick.
We watched him earlier in practice, Larry. Has a pretty good foot. There's a penalty.
Now this may cause Coach Hart to go for 2. Yep.
Oh, absolutely. You got to go.
Now they'll go for 2. They'll move the ball to the 1-yard line, I believe.
Absolutely.
Half the distance to the goal.
You got to go. you give away 1, you get 2.
So now the ball is just about the 2-yard line now.
What a play, right? You had the kickoff that went almost the distance.
So
and
they went 90 yards in 2 plays.
They have plenty of speed.
Oh, with those 2.
They could probably use us to slow them down. They could probably carry us to the goal line with that speed.
Well, I take it back. That's 3 plays. They called Giordano's run around right end for about 8 yards. They called that back for a penalty.
On the hold,
so still it was 90 yards and 2 positive plays.
Look at this move.
Look at this thing here. And now they got a penalty. Now watch this.
I say this is against
This
Westwood.
is going to be motion, and now we're going to kick the ball again.
I love
All right.
That was move right, move left.
Move right, move left, move forward.
And you get a flag.
To say that was illegal motion is an understatement, huh?
Well, I think 10 people were moving. Is that allowed? In all directions.
Not even in Canadian football. All right, we're ready for Levy's second attempt here. First attempt was negated. Wasn't even got off. So he went off on a offside for Mahwah. Westwood motion, and here we are with the kick. Kick is up, high enough, deep enough, and it is good. So, with 11 minutes, 10 seconds to go in the first quarter, Westwood strikes early and takes a 7-0 lead over Mahwah.
We got to take a look at this play right now. Here comes the handoff to number 24, Mays. Great blocking right inside. Beautiful block on number 44. Now Mays, he puts on the afterburners as there's a race to the outside. He wants to get that. He's pumping faster than the other man. The other man is going to dive. Looks like number 24 trying on 24.
He just outran him right there.
He is quick. Look at that. And then he tiptoed all the way down, staying in bounds and a touchdown. That was 43 yards in the score for Mr. Mays.
Riabo was trying to catch him, and Mays just was able to get right by him.
So 7-0.
So now Levy will try the kick.
This will be a first kickoff for him on the varsity team. Oh, not bad.
Not bad. Coming up, bouncing, taken.
On about the 15.
Look at this. And that looks like Riavo, number 20. Yeah, comes up to the 35-yard line where Mahwah will take over 1st and 10 with Kyle Teal as the quarterback, Ryan Cabrera as a running back, Nicholas Politikin will be another running back. The wide receivers, Daniel Van Buren and Scott Tremblay.
Byers made the tackle on that kickoff. Number 2.
Teal calling signals. Hands to Beltikian, and he picks up maybe 2-3 yards.
Number 15, Rydell on the stop.
They gave him
2 yards.
They gave him 2. 2nd and 8.
Too long.
Teal getting signals from the coaches. Politikian is to Teal's right. Teal calling signals. Motion here. Teal looks, pushes back outside, and goes nowhere.
Great job by number 5 for Westwood, Giordano, and number 6, Borgeson gets the tackle.
Tremblay trying to get around the end, and he was stopped. That's going to bring up 3rd down and long for Mahwah.
So Borgeson had his 54th tackle.
That Borgeson is a tackling machine for Westwood.
He's got a knack for the ball.
Riabau is in the slot to the left. Teal sees the defense, then looks to the sideline. Still, all right, we got our signals. Teal rolls to his left, stops, looks, throws, has his man in the open. Nice throw, nice catch.
Mays on the stop, and that's number 20 on the reception.
Tremblay.
That's a big family name in Mahwah. A lot of Tremblays.
Really?
They're all over the place, yes.
I don't know.
I know.
I
know all these things, Larry.
I'm taking that under consideration. It's like the Francos all over Washington.
I'm a population guy.
Teal calling signal. Tremblay's in motion. Teal throws back out to Tremblay. Cuts inside and picked up maybe a yard or 2.
74 in the stop, Justin Ettinger. Number 74.
He played very nice last time we were here.
He's got 11. That's his 12th tackle of the series since he's been put into the starting lineup.
So 2nd down and 9. If Tremblay could have broke that tackle, he might have had some.
Well, they got plenty of speed in the backfield.
Teal keeps it. No, and Westwood stayed home. And
that
the ball got knocked back.
It was Rydell in 74.
What they're going to call? Was there a fumble?
Well, they're waiting.
Wilkinson said he has the ball. No, they're going to say. I think they're going to say.
They're going to talk. Larry, 74 and 15 made the stop, and it looks like Westwood is going to get the ball.
There was a fumble in there, but was the forward motion stopped?
Well, No, it's been negated.
Yeah, and I think he was stopped. So the call was he was stopped. Ettinger and Rydell were there.
They made the tackle. They get a credit.
So
And
now
then the ball popped out, but who knows? And you have a great officiating crew out there, Larry. Joe Belcher does a great job, the head referee. Third and
there
long.
goes Teal. And Teal fights his way across the 45. Going to bring up 4th and long.
They got a kick, right? I assume. Let's see.
I don't know.
You're looking about 8 yards, 9 yards, 8 yards.
You know, the ball's in that funny zone where it's the 44-yard line, and Teal does the kicking, so you don't know. You know, he may get the snap.
Oh, you're right.
He may get the snap and kick it, so you have to play everything.
They were looking to get a penalty. Somebody jumping offside.
They spotted the ball 4th and 7. I think Teal's going to punt. He is. Kick is.
A pooch kick.
And Giordano let it roll and goes out of bounds.
In
goes
the
into
end zone.
So it'll come out to the 20-yard line where Westwood will take over with 7 minutes, 21 seconds to go in the first quarter. They lead 7-0.
At their own 20-yard line. 7:21 left in the first quarter.
You know, that's a nice weapon you have with him.
He
can kick, he can throw, he can size up the defense.
That's great to have a quarterback that can do all those.
And he came close to that ball rolled. It would have rolled the opposite way. They'd had the ball inside the 5.
And that's a tremendous play.
Karubia throws outside. He has Baez, and Baez fights his way across the 15-yard line. Let's see where they're going to spot that ball.
At least 7 yards, I think.
At least. Looks like they're going to spot it at the 17-yard line. So it's a pickup of 7. 2nd and 3.
So it's on, what, 27-yard line, right? Or
that's it.
27.
Rubia hands off to Giordano. Giordano coming around. Breaks the tackle.
First
gets
down.
A first down.
I like the way he pushed off with the one hand, protecting the ball that time. And I missed who made the tackle for Mahwah on that.
First and 10 for Westwood. The ball is on the 34-yard line. Karubia hands off again. Somehow, look at this. Somehow Giordano got out of that and gets across the 45-yard line.
Outstanding play.
He kept very low to the ground and was able to get away from all the would-be blockers and dove again for another first down as Westwood's starting to move the ball on the ground.
Larry, he has a knack to run. He stops and changes directions. You know, they're not going to give him the ball anymore on kickoffs for sure. On offense, of course, he'll get the ball.
We have double splits to the right, single to the left, and we have a flag. Let's see.
That looks like
motion against Westwood.
Yeah, maybe 2 people moving.
We'll start on the Cardinals.
And this is what you can't have, you know, these penalties. You're getting into a good rhythm, and all of a sudden you get pushed back 5 yards.
John, what a nice crowd, and people are still coming in.
It's great. That is a nice football. That could be, remember, we had a football like that, 9/11, 2009. Remember how we would sandbag on giving a talk?
Yeah. Baez is on the wing to the right. We have splits left. Mason motion across. Karubia looks, fires, has
nice throw.
man, and that will be Mays.
It looks like Mays.
Richard Mays got it. He used his hands to catch that ball nicely. Got soft hands.
Say hey, Mays.
So it's a 2nd down and call it 6.
Nice throw by Karubia.
Yep.
And he could feel the breathing of the defender guy coming on your backs to release the ball.
Mays in motion again. Fake. Giordano up the middle. And he fights his way to about the 45-yard line.
Stopped by number 55, which is Mark Piero from defensive line.
Tried to influence the linebacker by faking it to Mays coming around the left side, and then hit inside with Giordano.
I like this line. They have 4 defensive end.
Ranoff comes off. Westwood, now they're going to call up too many men in the huddle. I think illegal substitution. They couldn't get the right personnel on the field.
This is where hair comes off your head.
Well, Joe Belcher, the referee, was just watching the whole thing, and as soon as they started moving around and you had 13 men on the field and a couple of some of them in the huddle, he threw the flag. So he called it illegal substitution. Now let's see what Westwood does now. They take Giordano off. They bring in Ranoff.
So you what, 3rd and about
7?
Well, no, yes, about 7. The referee there was blocking off the yard mark on us. We're going to have to fine him for that, right? He's not allowed to do that.
Now Westwood has to call a timeout. They just were not ready here. So Coach Hart had to settle everything down. When he comes back, there'll be 4 minutes and 49 seconds to go. 7-0. Westwood leads Mahwah. You are watching WCTV, the all-volunteer group in the Township of Washington. All right, 3rd down now and 7 yards to go. Westwood's, hopefully for their cause, settled everything out here.
Oh, yeah, you can't
Brown
keep
is in
doing that.
motion. Here's a throw out here to Brown. Brown has it. Brown scoots away. Gets
Great
away
move.
from 1. Gets away from 2. Falls forward.
Close
It's going to be
for first
a
down.
little short.
Oh, wait, let's see where they put it.
He will come up about a yard short.
If they put it there, yes, definitely a good yard.
Oh, good yard.
Probably 2 yards.
Now let's see what Coach Hart, I think he's going to go for it.
I would go.
Yeah, why not? We have nothing. We have nothing to look.
We don't have a problem. It's good for the camera. It's good for the show.
Yeah, it's good for the
For the
people
viewers.
watching.
Everybody can second guess him. They
This
may
is-
go for
this
the
is-
penalty.
This is 2 yards here.
Now, you know what's? Yeah, they're probably trying to get a penalty.
Jaden Brown is to the left. Nope, they're going to go
No.
for it. Hand to Brown. He's got some room.
A lot of room.
Got a first down. And more as he gets across the 35-yard line. John,
So about 10 yards.
Westwood's offensive line is really handling the defensive line of Mahwah.
You know, Larry, when you choose to pitch out to number 8 Brown, that is what he does the best, when he has an open area where he can decide go left or right.
He's got tremendous speed.
And the speed is unbelievable.
There goes Brown again. And Brown is still on his feet. And
About
gets
8 yards.
30-yard line.
8-yard gain.
Mahwah's not been able to tackle Westwood, the Westwood runners.
That's Tremblay on a stop, number 20 for Mahwah.
3 minutes, 22 seconds to go in the quarter. Westwood is moving again. They lead 7-0 here before rapidly filling up Westwood Stadium.
It's been a lot of action early.
Oh,
My goodness. This is what we like.
Baez. Baez fights his way back.
First down.
No, that was Giordano coming off the wing.
You're
all
right.
the way on the outside. And there was some outstanding blocking up there, some pancake kidding. So Westwood has really come out. They were off last week. They had a bye, John. And
They must have had plenty of practice.
They had some practices during that bye week.
Peltikian stopped the play, or else they would have scored.
Yeah,
Number 1, you're right. They must have one heck of a week of practice after that game that they had.
Yeah, different team. And that's Baez. And he picks up 3 yards. 2nd down and 7 yards to go.
I'm trying to pick up, I think it was 44 on the stop.
I think you were right.
McNaught, David McNaught, the outside linebacker. You know, it's kind of tough. We got to get all the way down and see this. We're getting too old for this stuff, Larry.
Nah, we can do it.
Now we make it up.
Well, not been doing that for years.
You're right.
Giordano's, and this time they got him. They corralled him on the 25-yard line, going to bring up a 3rd and long. Probably 3rd and 14.
I'll have to give it to Sitar, 59. And number 11, Cabrera. Well, there are about 3 or 4 players there. Everybody gets
So it's going to bring up a 3rd and 14 for Westwood. You think they have a 3rd and 14 play?
I like to throw a pass or a screen pass to Giordano or number 24, Mays.
Mays is going out. It looks like Mays is going to have one-on-one coverage on the outside.
That'd be a
Nope,
guy,
he's going to get doubled. There's your pass
in the
out
corner.
To Randolph, and he almost has it.
We got a flag,
away.
though.
But there's going to be a flag on the play as the
defensive, a push on the defense, so it would be a 15-yard penalty from the line of scrimmage. Let's see if I'm right.
Peltikian was there defending. If that's a interference against Mahwah, that'll be just enough for a first down.
Be 15 yards. He'd be, well, 2 yards better than.
Let's see what we got here.
There they go.
Yeah, you're right. They're going to call interference. Not enough for a first down, John.
No.
But now it's
about 4 yards.
Yeah, very makeable. See, in high school, it's a 15-yard penalty. It's not an automatic first down.
And that's something you teach him. You know, if somebody's going to beat you, pull him down. You get 15 yards. You don't give up a touchdown.
Imagine having that in pros. They'd be tackling him every play.
Nobody would catch anything. Everybody would be pulling people down.
Then jump on him.
Oh, look at that bird.
Oh, we got a couple of birds here today, huh?
That's a nice
the
one.
Thunderbirds versus the Giordano right up the middle, staying on his feet, staying low, and fighting to the 5-yard line.
I'll tell you, he's a man possessed.
So it's a first down again for Westwood, and they're inside the 5-yard line. Now they had a 3rd and 13, and they just ate up the odds.
I bet he, number 5 is going to go out and get a little IV. Look, there he goes. Larry, there we go. Watch him. He's got the IV. Keep following him. Look at it. Look at this. Now they're going to hide him. Look at it. Uh-oh. There he goes.
Signal.
Oh, he got it.
He faked a pass, handed inside. See who carried that ball. Westwood tried a little fakey boo here.
You know, IV is going to come right back in.
I believe that was Baez in the middle.
Carubia's saying, well, let me see if IV is coming in.
I think, John, there's about 20 seconds left to go in the half. They just may let this run out.
And take a little walk?
Well, you might. Well, no, they're gonna run the play.
Oh, that was a
Baez
drop.
fumbles the ball.
Recovered by Carubia.
And with that, we'll end the first quarter on that fumble. It was lucky. It bounced right back to the two Westwood players.
Absolutely.
So we played one quarter. Westwood leads Mahwah 7-0. They'll be deep in Mahwah territory for the next play, I believe the 3rd down. You are watching WCTV, the all-volunteer group from the Township of Washington. And we at WCTV would like to thank Louis Mays, who brought the sandwiches, cookies, and fruit up here prior to the game. Thank you so very much. And for Mrs. Dada, who brought up my favorite, crumb cake.
Oh.
Hey, we're going to show you a thing that the cheerleaders are wearing. Let's try and get that nice and close.
Oh, go ahead there,
There
Larry.
you go. And this is for Janine Carubia. We talked about it 2 weeks ago.
You're right.
She's undergoing treatment. And all the cheerleaders are wearing this in honor of her. Isn't that nice?
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
So you're looking at 3rd and 5, I guess, on the 5-yard line now. And, you know, this is a big play for the defense. If you're rooting for Mahwah, you stop him here and maybe get a field goal instead of a score. And for Westwood, you want to get 6.
At halftime, are you ready for this? Oh, yes. After these plays, let you know. Carubia running around the left side. A penalty comes in, and he runs in for the touchdown, but let's wait for the penalty.
It looks like it's against Westwood. Holding.
Yeah, holding on Westwood. Boy, that takes 6 points off the board.
It may take off a field goal, too.
You never know.
You have a new kicker.
On the other hand, John, maybe that's just why Kubi's easy to get around. Somebody been helped. At halftime, the 2018 Hall of Fame inductees will be honored on the field. They will be marched on. They'll be introduced by the public address announcer. And John and I will be on the field since we were inducted last night into the Hall of Fame. It was a wonderful dinner. We enjoyed it immensely. We acquainted old friends, and we thank the committee for nominating us.
Oh, absolutely.
We'll talk a little more about this after the halftime.
Well, now you're, what, on the
18-yard
line? 18-yard line.
Looks, lobs one downfield, incomplete. He intended for Mays. So it brings up a 4th down, and I don't think we're going to try a field goal here.
Well, you never know. You know, Levy, how about you say to Levy, you think you can do it?
Oh, yeah. What's a sophomore going to say? Sure, I can.
I don't see it.
Nah, this would be somewhere in the 40. So you'd be close to 40 yards here.
Yeah, this is one of your trick plays.
Let's see now. What do you have for a 4th and goal from the
18?
What do we got? 17, 18?
17, 18-yard line?
Yeah, so that would have been a 35-yard field goal approximately.
Yeah.
So Karubia has the signals. Mays comes out to the right.
Here they were on about the 2-yard line.
Fires, overthrown, intended for Rydell. So Westwood, that penalty really hurt. Took 6 points off the board. And now the ball goes over to Mahwah on the 17-yard line. They trail Westwood 7-0. John?
And the mojo will come. You great stop. You create a good offense. It could be Thunderbird time.
Thunderbirds.
I like that bird.
A lot of birds here. You got the Cardinal versus the Thunderbird.
Who would win?
Thunderbird. In the wild.
Absolutely. Here in Westwood, I don't know. Is it male or a female?
We got a whistle here. Let's see.
Everything is
Mahwah
sort of
quickly calls
self-destructing.
timeout. Well, we'll come back. Mahwah will have their 1st and 10 from the 17-yard line. They trail 7-0. Time's back in. Teal now looks. Fires downfield. He had Tremblay wide open. He had him open down the middle. And he catches that ball. He's running. He could run to my house and get a drink.
That was 82 yards.
Oh, it could have been 182 yards.
Well, if you want a drink, you're right.
You stop by, get a glass of water, and come back.
You're right.
Woo. He split that defense beautifully. If you're Mahwah fans.
Yeah, absolutely. Ball.
Teal gets to the 20-yard line, pick up a 3, bring up a 3rd and 7 for Mahwah.
I'm picking up the one. He's banging up a little bit there on that tackle. Number 9 was on the tackle. Nope.
3rd down and 8.
The quarterback had the ball, and looks like he was hit a little bit. He's a great runner as well as a passer.
So Teal has signaled. Teal's back, looks, throws, has his man.
A little rocket
and
screen.
Depot gets him.
Nothing.
A bear hug and drops him for no gain. How you like that?
That's Home Depot.
Home Depot made a house call.
Home Depot made a house call. He sold a couple of fans. Look at him, he's coming out. He says, all right.
Mays is dropping back to receive the punt from Teal. Mays will position himself on Westwood's 45-yard line thereabouts. Long snap, Teal comes back, kicks, nice high kick. Mays has it at the 40, bobbles it, and then keeps it. Ball still bouncing around. Whoops. Let's see. I don't know. That ball came out twice.
I see him pointing to the right. I see the hand.
He's giving it to Westwood. Mays had the ball, fumbled it.
Unbelievable. Mays got it back.
When he went down, the ball popped up again. Can you believe the number of people in this place?
Oh, there's a crowd and a half.
This is
Well, Larry, this is a big game for both teams.
a big game, and it's Westwood Mahwah.
The winner really gets a great spot, and the loser has got to fight for their life to get back. Yeah, a lot of discussion.
What are we doing here?
I don't know.
We're calling against Westwood. And a first down. They're going to call running into the kicker.
A lot of penalties, Larry, in this game.
Now that's a big turnover. I didn't see the flag. Did you see it, John?
No, I did not see the flag.
I saw Joe Belgium mention.
Oh, it could have been that we were.
Teal is very close to the line of scrimmage, so it's easy to run into him. He's not back that 15 yards.
You're right.
He's probably down by 7 yards. Whatever it is, Mahwah gets a new set of downs. And let's see what they do with it as Cabrera runs it up to the 40-yard line.
About 3-yard gain on the play. You see, these are the things.
2nd down and 6, so they give him 4 yards on that after the spot. Van Buren and Tremblay are out to the left. Teal calling signals. Wing left.
Oh,
wow.
That's great defense right there.
That was Benny Dada that came across.
Dada. Benny and the Jet Dada comes in. That's his 15th tackle of the season. He's been out a long time.
And his mother makes one hell of a crumb cake.
I'm watching the crumb cake.
Hey, you guys in there, don't touch that.
The coaches are eating them, so.
They better not.
Well, and so Dada makes a return.
Look at this play.
Oh, nice play.
Oh, beautiful play by Teal to Tremblay. He looked like he was going to run to the right. He stopped, he set up and fired and hit his man down the middle.
That looks like a Statue of Liberty almost.
And it was thrown to Van Buren. Wow.
Well, you know what happened? Your defender down, backed up, slowed down, and it was a great throw by that quarterback.
That was known as an influence play.
Absolutely.
There goes Teal again.
Dada on the stop, 51 on top.
Hey, we've seen everything tonight, John.
Absolutely. And 74, Edinger made the stop.
Van Buren is out to the left. Tremblay is in the slot to the left. Riabo's out to the right. Cabrera is in the backfield.
Taking a lot of time on this play.
DeSommer is way out to the left, to the right. Here comes Teal. And Teal is
That's great
stopped.
defense by Cardinals.
No gain.
Number 15, Rydell. And number 6, Borgeson, his 55th tackle.
That's a nice pair of linebackers.
Oh, they both go to the ball. Of course, number 6 smells the football, I'm telling you.
All right, we have 3rd down, 10 yards to go. Teal's calling signal, 7 minutes and 13 seconds to go. Teal's back. Teal looks, fires, has his man. Tremblay gets across the 20 to the 17-yard line, where it's a first down for the Thunderbirds.
Mays made the stop on that pass. But you notice that momentum from that stop?
Well, that running into the
penalty,
kicker.
oh, my goodness. Those are the things that kill you as a coach.
Teal calling signals.
From about
Fakes,
the 20.
goes up the middle. And he stopped for a couple of yards. So Westwood seems to be bottling up the running game of Mahwah, but the passing game of Teal.
Well, Teal's made some nice moves. That fake before the throw was beautiful.
And he's a junior, and he's only going to get better and better. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he could be the nephew of our friend, one of the coaches that we know a long time.
Teal.
Hank Teal.
Absolutely. That's a Richfield Park group, the Teals.
Oh, are they really from
Oh,
Richfield
my
Park?
goodness. They're in all over that. Not him.
There goes Teal. And Teal is
Oh,
stopped.
that's a great stop right there. That young man,
Karubia.
Karubia, number 10.
Number 10, Karubia.
That's how you tackle. You put him right down.
And they're saying no gain. So here we are again, another third down. Let's see if Westwood can get him off the field. Or
That's
can Mahwah convert another third down.
That's Karubia at 17 tackles.
Teal calling signals. We have flood to the right. Teal will roll right. Teal looks, fires. The ball bounces.
There's a flag. No flag.
I don't know if the ball got away from him or he just threw it away because he didn't have anybody
And
open.
he was outside the tackle, so you can do that.
So it's going to be a 4th
school.
and 10, and let's see what they're going to bring out the field goal kicker.
Oh, Yang?
Yang is coming out. Let's see what kind of a foot this young man has. It's going to be a 35-yard field goal.
They always have good kickers, Mahwah.
Let's make a 36-yard field goal.
So we have a 36-yard attempt.
Here we getting ready. Yang is ready. Here's your snap. Down, kick, high enough. And it is
good.
It is good. It is good from 36 yards out, and Mahwah's on the board with 5 minutes, 25 seconds to go. They trailed Westwood 7-3. You are watching WCTV, the all-volunteer access group from the Township of Washington, Bergen County, New Jersey. Well, we got a nice game going on here, John.
Well,
Back
you know,
and forth.
Well, you had a situation where Westwood could have been up 14-0, and then, you know, you had a great fake by the quarterback, a couple of penalties, and a field goal. So 7-3 in the second quarter.
Mays has it. He'll take it at the 7. Up the
Get a
middle.
room.
Breaks one tackle. Breaks another tackle. Keeps his feet and gets knocked out of bounds at the 40-yard line. Knocked out of bounds by Van Buren.
You know, Willie Mays, he did a nice job that time. He's got down low and gave himself a block once and twice and to the 41-yard line.
Unofficially a 33-yard return.
We'll make that official.
All right, make it official. Tell them in Max Prep, 33 yards.
Yeah.
Send the sign out, 33 yards.
Have the guy upstairs do it.
He's got smoke signals.
That's an inside joke.
I was going to say the same thing.
I love it. Detective work, Larry and John.
Giordano, he's a setback. Pitch out to Giordano on the near side. Whoops, goes back to the outside.
Look at the speed.
Now he goes up the middle. And after all of that, he's going to lose a yard.
He was trying. He's got that great speed. Look, he wants some IV. Look at this. There he goes. Watch him. IV time.
We have to explain to people, like maybe the Mahwah.
What? Watch out. You got to watch him.
Giordano,
What?
it might have been last year up in Mahwah, left the field 4 or 5 times for cramps in his leg, and we tagged him IV for intravenous. So every time he comes off the field, we think he's going for intravenous or a glass of Gatorade. Here's Brown. And Brown maybe a yard as we get to the 4 minute and 20 seconds to go in half.
I got number 11 on the stop. Cabrera, number 11, was in the area.
You know, if you look at this Mahwah team, and Coach Diaz mentioned it, this is a junior-laden team.
Team to be reckoned with.
This year they're 4-1. They're playing excellent. They're growing.
They have one tough game after this one.
They're
going to be playing Lakeland, I believe.
This is a tough team.
They're very tough.
Karubia fires downfield for Mays. Mays is back there.
Oh!
Dives in at the 25 and just misses it.
That was a great throw.
That's a great throw and a great extension by Christian Mays. And 4th down now. Westwood's going to have to punt. Karubia will do the honors.
Yeah, you have your number 6, I should say number 7, Ian Borgeson, who was out. The sophomore is usually the kicker. And we spoke with him today. He's out because of a concussion.
Yeah, Hope he does
Nice,
okay.
nice guy, nice
He'll-
young man.
Yeah, the whole family.
Oh, you got it.
Father's standing right in front
I
of
know
us.
that.
We got to be nice. He'll climb in here and kill us.
Oh,
Karubia pooches one straight up in the air. Ball bounces, takes a Westwood roll, and will come to be down on the 37-yard line, where Mahwah, with 3 minutes, 31 seconds to go, trails Westwood 7-3 here on the campus of Westwood High School in Washington Township, New Jersey, Bergen County, United States of America. For John's friends in Italy who are watching this, they're watching this in the morning over there, like 6 o'clock in the
it's
morning.
6 hours different, so hey.
So we put it on about 11 o'clock.
5 o'clock in the morning.
They go get
you
up
have
and
a little cafe with a little grappa in there, and you watch the
Nah,
game.
they don't take grappa.
Oh,
early
they
in the
love
morning.
grappa over there.
Some people, they don't know what grappa is, John.
Oh, grappa is that you take the
John's
residue.
going to explain what grappa is. Here, go ahead. Now pay attention. After this play,
After the play.
take out your papers and pencils.
Oh, look
This
at this
is
one.
Cabrera. And he is going to be gang tackled at the... All right, John, 43-yard line, second
Well,
down.
grappa, you take the residue of the grapes and you press them, and that stuff is delicious.
Yeah, it's a second pressing of the stems,
the remnants,
right?
yeah, the remnants.
And you put a little sugar in it.
Oh my God!
And then you squish
and
it.
if you do it, sometimes grappa in the United States is horrible. It's like you're drinking alcohol, but in Italy it's smooth, and it just goes down, and you have a warm
and
feeling.
you drink it basically
and then
with black
you
coffee.
and then you go amore.
Then you go to bed.
Oh well, that's amore.
45-yard line. I'm not touching that line.
That's above board statement.
But that's what you take that. You take that with a little black
Oh.
coffee.
Oh my goodness! In the coffee, about 130 proof.
So your relatives in Italy are drinking this at 5 in the morning?
Hey, listen, remember the one guy traded my wife, not my wife, listen to me.
Here goes the shovel. He's digging now.
I'll be there. Sooner next play, I'll explain the story.
All right.
Oh, what a hit!
Wow, that was a nice read out there. What a nice play. That was Mace. They tried to throw a quick hitch
That was
pattern.
great. And the story goes, Larry.
I figure you're going to forget about it.
No,
All
no.
right, get the
my
shovel.
mother's
Your
maiden-
mother.
My mother name was Spadoni, royal blood out of Venice.
Here we go.
And they had a nice crest. And my uncle, you know where this is going? He was out there and having partying, and all of a sudden the guy says, "You owe me 50,000 liras in the old days. How about if I take that ring?" And he says, "Sure, for another grappa." And that was it. We lost the ring.
He lost the ring over grappa?
Yeah, can you believe that? He gave a Dolce ring for a glass of grappa.
That guy wasn't bright, was he?
He wasn't bright.
There goes Teal. He pushes one up in the air. And the ball
nice
will
bounce.
roll to the 23-yard line,
It's
where
become a
Westwood
defense.
will have it with 1 minute and 55 seconds to go. We are going to have a halftime show. The band will play. We'll have the cheerleaders and also the 2018 Hall of Famers, which were inducted yesterday in a wonderful dinner at the Seasons here in Washington Township, will be on the field, and they will be introduced to this big, large crowd tonight.
And I hope it's just not you and I, Larry.
And we're going to be the only ones down here, Dan.
Maybe we get Dan to come with us.
We're going to take...
We can go hand in hand, Larry. We can start another rumor.
Here comes Giordano. Blocking up there is... And Giordano gets across the 35-yard line.
I'll tell you, he's perpetual motion.
Rydell was a nice block, pushing the pile. So it's first down. Clock stops.
He's still got now
Another-
1:44 to go.
And they're counting. Hey, John, who's going to come down here and talk while we're...
I have no idea.
I think I got an idea who.
Ida.
We're going to be in trouble. And Giordano is knocked down. They're going to say the clock keeps running. 1 minute and 23
1:24.
seconds to go. You know, there's plenty of time here now. You got plenty of time.
Oh,
Giordano got the signal. I'm sorry, Corubia has the signal.
you like to get some points here, but you sure don't want to turn it over to them.
Corubia looks, gets rushed out of the pocket, and he's hit from behind.
Let's pick up.
Mark Piero. The
was 55?
Yeah, Mark Piero, the defensive end.
And Sitar came over and gave him a 5.
We're inside 50 seconds. Westwood's not calling a timeout with 3rd down and 7 yards to go. They lead 7-3 here.
You know, anytime I see a quarterback going like that on a run, I figure here comes a fumble or an injury.
Oh, that's right, from behind. Corubia's back. Corubia looks, he throws. Almost intercepted. Van Buren might have had it, and if Van Buren had it, John, he could have been down the sideline.
Nobody would have caught him.
Whoa.
Or if he missed it and the other guy caught him, nobody caught him.
Van Buren had a lot of green turf in front of him if he catches that ball. So Corubia will come in and kick with 19 seconds to go.
19.7. Yep.
Corubia waits to snap. 1 man deep. Bad snap. Corubia gets it off. Did a good job getting it off. The ball is coming down, and Tremblay will have it at the 33-yard line, where Mahwah will take over 1st and 10 with 11 seconds to go. They're getting the ball at the start of the 3rd quarter, if I'm not wrong. And best thing I think they should do is just take a knee. We get out, regroup, and come back. You're only down by 7-3.
It's a defensive battle where initially we felt it was going to be offense.
Both teams are moving the ball fairly well.
But mistakes have happened.
Let's see what they're going to do here. Maybe they'll air it out. You know something about airing it out here? You got nothing to lose.
Oh, I agree.
Air it out. Gets intercepted.
Well, you
the
got
ball
twins
down
on both sides. They're all going to go here. Oh, he may run. He may run.
There goes Teal. There goes Teal. Across the 50. The clock will stop until they spot the...
That's a great play.
Oh, he picked up a lot of yards.
Spread it out. Put 2 on each side. And now you have you can run or pass.
Come right up the middle. That's it. And now they take a timeout with 3.1 seconds to go.
Well, now you get a little Stanford. Send everybody out. What happened? I thought it was more time.
Am I reading that right?
Is it 3.1 second?
Yeah, I think it's 3.1 second. Yeah.
3.1 second. Oh, you know what? Maybe it was 3.4 when we thought it was 34.
Yeah.
The old eyes on 34 versus 3.4.
I could tell a 34 from a 31. That one should be a little smaller. This way you know it's 0.1. What is he laughing back here for?
he says the two of us, we're into conversation here, you know.
You know, next time we come, we're going to charge him for laughing.
Yeah. Every time he laughs, he puts a quarter in the kitty.
We're talking about our director who sits here and just laughs.
Yeah.
I don't know how he directs this.
I mean, we're trying to do a nice game here. You know, we want to be right on time.
Hey, there's my grandkids.
Oh, look at it. They're all waiting for you to come by. I should wave. See if I wave to them. See what they say. They say, who's that guy waving? Oh, look at them. They want you.
Oh.
You're the babysitter.
You see them down there?
Yeah, I see them. Look at them. Oh, we got to move them over here.
Livy's down there.
He's got more. Look at all these young whippersnapper kids.
3.1 to go.
Uh-oh, here comes the play.
Teal
you know.
looks, fires. Incomplete, and that should do it. And the half should come to an end with Westwood leading 7-3 over Mahwah. You are watching WCTV, the all-volunteer group from the Township of Washington, and now we have the halftime show.
Leading at half, 7-3 over the Mahwah Thunderbirds. They held their third ever event and inducted several new members. At this time, we would like to announce our newest Hall of Famers, as we are fortunate to have some of them in attendance tonight. First, the ones that couldn't be with us tonight. Athletes Kathleen Cochran, 1982. Eileen Finnegan, class of 75. Maureen Bradley, class of 88. Dave Jackson, class of 1956. Corey Raji, class of 2007. Don Schapper, class of 51. Chris Zambrano, class of 1986. Steve Black, class of 1971. Coach Dick Sella was also honored and entered the Westwood Athletic Hall of Fame. And two teams were also recognized with the honor of being inducted into our Hall of Fame: the 1980 baseball team and the 1997 boys golf team. And now for those that are in attendance tonight. Please step forward and give a wave to the crowd when your name is called. First, Eric Heyman, class of 2005. Next is Wayne Snyder, class of 1982. We have with us tonight Bob Vogler, class of 1975. With us tonight as well, who also received an award, is Vito Trouse, our super fan. Thank you, Vito, as you always support us steadfastly throughout your career here. We always appreciate you for all that you do. And the last two gentlemen need no introduction. Special contributors and now Hall of Fame members, WCTV associates John Francola and Larry LaFury. One more time, let's all put our hands together for the new inductees for the 2018 Westwood Athletic Hall of Fame class.
Okay, now it's my time to talk. They don't know I'm saying this. They can't hear me, which is pretty good. So you know Larry and John. For years, you've heard their voices over local cable TV. Both of them take great pride in the community and their commitment to high school sports. They're like brothers to me. I've known them for over 30 years, and I have to admit, I look a lot better than they do. But this week, they were inducted into the Westwood Hall of Fame. Neither one has attended the school, but there's a special place in their hearts. Also, neither one has any broadcasting experience, and you could tell by their commentary. Larry is from East Harlem, and I'll continue this after the cheerleaders, and you could put them on with me after the cheerleaders.
Make it rain, that's all I do. I be so scared on stage 24 trying to make out.
out front of our cheerleaders. Now please center your attention on the 50-yard line as we welcome to the field your very own 2018 Westwood Cardinal cheerleaders, coached by Brittany Rubino.
Larry and John, are you listening to me now?
Yes.
Okay, I'm giving a little bio about you. So Larry is from East Harlem. He was a dean of a boys' school in the Bronx and a history teacher. Thank goodness you did not teach English. Larry and his lovely wife Viola have 3 kids, 7 grandchildren. 6 of them are girls. He's a devoted Giants fan, but don't even talk to him after a loss. And John was born in Fiume, Italy, or Yugoslavia. Flip a coin. Ask him about it. Ask him about it, and he will have some colorful stories to tell you. He was a fraud investigator for Metropolitan Life and is a contributing author to several books on the subject. I think we're getting ready for kickoff, but I'm going to keep going. John and his wife Peg have 4 kids, 7 grandchildren. They recently celebrated their 50th wedding anniversary. Okay, let's go to the kickoff, and then I'll come back and finish.
All right.
It's your kickoff at 7-3. Westwood leads. The kick is taken and a fair catch or a whistle's blown. So Ida, you can continue.
Okay, yeah. John and Peg celebrated their 50th 5-0. That's the golden one, right, John?
Absolutely.
A golden one. Okay. And they celebrated it by taking their entire family to Lake Como. I think he asked George Clooney to stay in a spare room, one of those Airbnbs, I think.
Well, we were in.
Wait a minute. Hey, I'm talking here.
Oh, you're right. I was going to correct it.
Okay. If you ask him about this trip, you will hear some colorful stories. completely in Italian. So, in the words of Yogi Berra, if you don't know where you're going, you might wind up someplace else. So we know you guys don't know where you're going.
And we wound up here.
But we're glad you wound up here. Congratulations.
Thank you,
Well,
Ida.
grazie
Thank you
tanto.
very, very much.
Grazie tanto.
That kick is up, taken by the up man. Looks like it's by Pelican and Peltikian, and it'd be 1st and 10. Down on this ground here, I promised my granddaughters who came tonight that we get them on TV. They're right in front of us.
The 5 young ladies right there.
There they are. Get it close. Now, my job is to remember their names. From left to right, that is, let me see who that is. Oh, that's Livy, Alexandra, the one who's next to that, that'd be Adriana, Isabella, and Lena. Those are the 5 girls who came. I have to tell you, they're Mahwah cheerleaders for the Mahwah rec program. Teal looks, throws, has his man out there, and it's incomplete. They cheer for the Mahwah rec team. My daughter-in-law was a cheerleader for Mahwah. And her son, brother Sam, played football up there.
Let's see that.
The Laskas. They gotta go home and go to sleep now. Goodbye. Grandpa says goodbye.
I think they're gonna stay with your house.
I'll see y'all. I gotta say goodbye to them folks. I'm sorry, but they came out for the halftime show. We got them on TV. 2nd and 10. Here on comes Politikian. He breaks one tackle, 2 tackles, and gets to the 49-yard line.
First down. Number 5, Giordano on a stop, Larry. And so here we are. We're back at it. 11:36 to go in the 3rd quarter.
Now we took care. Ida, thank you so very much.
Thank you, Ida.
Thank you so much. And we appreciate it.
You guys didn't hear everything that I said about you.
We heard everything you said.
I thought it was
No,
great.
not everything.
Not everything? Uh-oh.
All right.
Let's see. I have to ask Risky on a break. Teal is dropped from behind.
That's a job. 75. What a play. That's Mayak. Tyler Mayak.
Mayak drops him.
His 15th tackle of the season.
Hey, Ricky, how bad was Ida's intro for us? Very good, huh? Hey, look at that picture there.
Oh, look at that.
Those 2 guys are wanted in 4 stars. No.
Oh, my God. Look at those 2 guys. Who are those guys?
That was the picture we took last night at the award ceremony.
Oh, look at this with a blocker.
And Teal going to be knocked out of bounds.
That's a nice play.
Just one more thing about this Hall of Fame. It's a very, very wonderful night last night. It's a humbling feeling standing out there at the 50-yard line, and to be inducted into Westwood's Hall of Fame as a special contributor is really humiliating. It's a privilege and a pleasure.
Look at this, trips to the left.
Trip to the left, 3rd down.
It only looks like two defensive guys. Look at this.
Wide open in the slot there is
it looks like
Van Buren.
They had 3 receivers with only 2 defenders.
I'm sorry,
Larry, it's not humiliating.
I'm sorry.
You know, I said it's a good thing you weren't an English teacher. Humbling, not humiliating.
Very much humbling. I'm trying to do 3 things at one time down here.
I'm sitting back listening to this.
And you're
just
laughing.
Me.
Very humbling. And it was a wonderful dinner last night. As Peltikian gets around the right side. You know, we met Pat Bauer, the old principal that was here a number of years ago.
Yes.
Great seeing him. And there's a fumble down there. And the ball is fumbled.
You know it was.
Depot.
Home Depot.
Depot with the recovery.
Yeah, okay, I'm back.
Peltikian fumbled the ball way on the outside. We didn't see it. It was picked up.
Yeah, that was Home Depot recovered the fumble. And a big stop because Mahwah was moving.
Yeah, they were. So that's the end of the story about the...
you did a nice job with your story.
A great story. It was humbling.
I love to see you with 5 women. My goodness.
Oh, yeah. The girls, my wife, my children.
Oh, my God.
Ida, Ricky, the game.
Now you're babbling. You're a babbling brook. Look at this power right.
This is Mays. He scored on a similar play, but this time Mahwah's there to stop him at the 35-yard line.
Gain about a yard.
Let's see what happened down here.
And the ball is like laying down, I think. Let's see.
Yeah, the ball comes out.
And there's Home Depot.
And Karubi,
Oh, it was Mays.
Karubi's on the bottom of that.
And Mays had the ball.
All right.
And there's the referee emphatically saying, Westwood ball.
2nd and 8. Out here to Ranoff. And Ranoff gets across the 40 and fights his way to about the 43-yard line. We'll bring up a 3rd down and about 3 yards to go.
Number 27 on the stop for Mahwah, I believe. I'll have to go to my other sheet.
We're running out of sheets.
Yeah, I got too many sheets here.
Let's see here
77.
now. We have a timeout here.
3rd and 1.
I don't know what happened. They just called. They stopped the clock.
I don't know what happened.
Is there a timeout?
In the stands, please stop. It's interfering with the game.
Something. Maybe there was lights or something that were bothering the team. Oh, okay.
Oh, someone's blowing a whistle in the stands, and that's just interfering with the game. Here comes Giordano around the right side and
First
falls
down.
across the first down marker and picks it up. There are times, Sean, I think when Giordano runs, he wills himself for that extra yard or two that he needs for a
And
first down.
I like the way he extends the body and throws a block for himself.
So 1st and 10 now. The ball is at the 49-yard line. Hey, John, I can't wait to get back and see what this halftime show looks like.
I have no idea.
Which he did.
As a matter of fact,
Giordano slips, barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe we can wrestle out of Ricky. We can torture him.
I don't know what's going on. I think somebody's sabotaging me.
Our weatherman from WCTV, the crack meteorologist, Gene Dumares, says it's 50 degrees.
Yeah, he's in Amelia Island.
It's all the way down to 49 with a wind chill.
There we go. That's a little bit better. I think it's sabotaging us. Well, you know, this is a series that's very important for Westwood.
Giordano down the sideline, and he's knocked out of bounds at the 36, 37-yard line. We wait for the spot.
That was number 49, looks like. Well, 59 should talk.
Tyler Giordano, boy, he took off last year. Halfway through the year, he started to take off and had an important role and really has blossomed this year into a good running back.
Larry, he's fantastic.
He just wills himself.
Look at that.
Look at that move inside. Then he goes to the outside. And he gets inside the 20 to the 15-yard line. John, he dipped his shoulder in and then went to the outside with the speed.
Number 8 on the stop, Van Buren.
So another first down as Westwood's doing it on the ground. And John, their offensive line is doing a nice job against this big defensive line of Mahwah.
Excellent job. They're executing extremely well. We find I feel like I'm going in and out of sound here. I feel like I'm on a boat, you know, over in Hudson River here, you and I.
We have double motion. Let's see. They're going to call Morrison for, and they're going to call, they're going to call Westwood for motion.
See, these are the penalties that kill you. You're
Oh.
getting a drive, you got that mojo going, and all of a sudden you shoot yourself in your foot, in your head, in your back, in your toes.
Your ears, everything. What a wonderful 24 hours it's been.
Oh, it's unbelievable, Larry. Imagine being out there. Imagine if it was just you out there. One guy they were honoring.
I felt like that out there. Here's Brown. And Brown will stay on his feet.
Jeez, he's carrying
and fall
everybody.
inside the 15-yard line.
I got to give it to number 77 on the stop. That's Jacob Kaczmarski, 6'2", eyes of blue, 290-pounder.
Somebody's yeah, Westwood's lineman. is down.
Veneziano.
Okay, I'm on the roof with Emily. Emily, say hi.
Hi, it's nice to see everyone here tonight.
And aren't you proud of Larry and John for being inducted into the Westwood Hall of Fame?
They are amazing. You can't beat them. What a team. What a team.
They couldn't find anybody else to induct.
No. Hey, they're in a good class of honorees.
They certainly are, and we really appreciate them. It's a joy. It's a real joy working with them.
The public can't hear what we hear in our headsets. We get the better show.
Absolutely. We have Vincent down there on camera. Say hi to Vince. Oh, wait a second.
Oh, here
We're going back to
We're
the game.
going to start right now.
Okay,
All right,
we'll go back to the game.
2nd down and 7 yards to go. Karubi is calling signals. Hands off to Brown. Brown's going around the left side. Cuts inside, and he's hitting a hole, and a flag comes flying in. Wow. Now, the flag came in kind of late.
Tackled at the 13-yard line. Flag on the play.
Let's see.
That's going to be against Westwood.
Oh, my. These penalties, you cannot have all these penalties. Really.
Westwood was driving nicely, thank you. Then there was a motion, and now we have, looks like a holding penalty is going to bring them all the way back to about the 30.
Well, you know, now you're what, about the 28-yard line?
Yeah, 2nd down and tomorrow. The ball's got to get to the 8-yard line, so it's 2nd and 20.
Well, you got a 15-yard penalty from the point of the infraction.
Yeah, 15 and 5. And there's,
I'll tell you.
there's your 20 yards.
You can't keep doing that.
Carubia rolls to his right, looks, throws, has his
Great
main
catch.
Mays, and Mays gets down to inside the 12-yard line.
Moving the Mays.
4 yards for a first down.
12-yard line.
So that was a nice play.
Nice throw.
Nice throws. Carubia rolled out on the run, which is difficult to do.
Pickup of 16.
The spot is going to be a 3rd down
And a quick about
6, 7
5.
yards.
And they're not taking the time. They're going right up with the next play. 2-play situation.
Carubia calling signals. Hands off to Brown. Brown has a little hole, goes to the outside, stays on his feet, and falls forward.
First down.
I believe he's going to be close. Yes, he may have had the first down there.
About the 4-yard line.
2nd and 20, and Westwood picks it up in 2 plays.
Put it on the 4.
So 1st and goal. Westwood overcomes the 2 penalties in this drive.
They put it on the 5.
So it's 1st and goal. The ball is on the 5. 4 minutes, 30 seconds to go. Handoff to Brown. Brown as the pile is moving forward. Helmets are flying.
Helmet flew out.
And a penalty comes flying in.
Against Mahwah.
Well, I
I'm
don't know,
sorry,
John.
against Westwood.
It could be. Let's just see what goes on here.
We're going to wait.
They're so far away. We saw a helmet come flying off. That was Brown's helmet come flying out.
Well, right now they're talking. They're trying to decide what happened here.
Komarski was on the tackle for Mahwah.
And they were on the 5-yard line when all this thing happened.
And John, we have to mention that the coach here with Joe Belcher is one of the better ones, really.
They are.
They do a great job. And they're discussing it now. Joe's discussing it with all his officials, and they're going to get it right. They'll take their time, but they'll get it right.
That's what officials have to do. Now he's going to talk to Westwood.
We have a personal foul. Face mask against Mahwah. Another personal, unsportsmanlike conduct against Westwood.
These are penalties that kill you.
So they should. So Westwood gets pushed back.
They get 15 yards for what?
And it's going to be a 1st and goal from the 17-yard line.
And what happened, the penalty was after the unsportsmanship.
Right.
So then from that point, they had to go back.
Coach Hart's trying to explain this, what happened.
Yeah, the helmet that went up in the air.
That was the face mask. And then after that,
Chatting,
or maybe a little late hit or late push or who knows.
So you
But it
do
was-
the one penalty, and then you give the bigger penalty.
So now the ball is on the 17-yard line, 1st and goal. Westwood had it 1st and goal on the 5. Now they got it on the 17. Karubia calling signals. Karubia fakes. He looks. He throws. He has Rydell, and Rydell gets inside the 5-yard line to the 3-yard line. Stevie Rydell, who came into this game leading all receivers for Westwood, gets a big, big down he has. We go to the 2nd down now, and 4 yards to go. Westwood quickly to the line. They're tight. They're pushing from the 2-yard line, and in. Touchdown! And Westwood does it. They overcame 4 penalties.
Number 10.
Karubia. So
I
it's a
believe
touch.
it was number 10, right?
Right.
Karubia.
The line helping with the push forward.
So with 3 minutes, 49 seconds to go, Westwood did what you really don't want to do. They overcame numerous penalties to score a touchdown.
But Larry, they got to eliminate that. They got to eliminate those penalties. If not, they're going to beat a lot of teams going to beat you because of it. So Levy is going to attempt the extra point. He's made one tonight, 1 for 1.
Kick is up, and it is good. He bangs one. So the southpaw puts it through. And right now, with 3 minutes, 47 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter, Westwood leads Mahwah 14-3. You are watching WCTV, the all-volunteer group from the Township of Washington.
3:47 left in the 3rd quarter.
Here's your replay with number 10 under the center. Karubia takes the ball and follows that mammoth line as number 2, Baez, is pushing the pile. 1 yard, half a yard, touchdown for the Cardinals. And taking the lead now at 14-3 after the extra point by Levy.
The Panton family, the Posey family, and the Rydell family. Corporate jet support, Albert F.A. Carilli Esquire. Paramus PBA Local 186.
But you have to watch. You can't have too much chattering, because that's going to hurt you in big game. So with 3:47 to go in the 3rd quarter, Westwood had 14-3.
This is Paltikian has the ball. He's in the clear. Oh, and a saving tackle by Baez. Mr. Paltikian could have been on his way to the
there was a big hole in the middle.
Land.
40-yard line, finally wrapped up by the ankles by Giordano. 1st and 10 Mahwah.
So it's 1st and 10 for Mahwah. Boy, if he would have hit that,
he was gone. Well, now you want to see if Mahwah will come back. Down by 11.
Teal hands off to Cabrera. Cabrera goes around the right side, and he's gang tackled as he gets across the 40-yard line up to the 43-yard line.
I got number 24, Mays, on the tackle. Baez is getting, let's go, guys. We need this win.
2nd down, they gave him 3 yards. 2nd and 7 to go. Teal calling signals. Cabrera's to his right, to his left now. Motion, Tremblay, hand to Cabrera, up the middle, hits the middle and dropped.
Looks like number
53.
53 on the stop. Rakuski, Luke Rakuski from the defensive tackle makes the stop.
So that's going to bring up a 3rd down, and we're going to call it an even 5. Trips to the left with Tremblay, Van Buren, and we elbow. Teal back. Throws.
The screen inside.
He gets to Cabrera.
Lot of
Cabrera
room.
gets a first down and more. Gets away from a would-be tackler and gets down to the 35-yard line where it'll be a 1st and 10. And penalties come flying in. Here we go.
Well,
More
let's see
penalties.
Cardinals 35.
Let's see what this is all about.
Flag
I'll
down.
tell you what, whatever it was, a lot of flags. I believe at least 2 referees threw a flag. And they're moving Westwood back for another penalty. All of a
Okay.
sudden, Westwood's making penalties.
What's happening now is not controlling the players. That's a double penalty.
Yeah, Cabrera picked up about 12, 13 yards on the first down, and they added 15 on top of it.
I think they went double penalty.
Oh, my gosh. 1st and 10. The ball is on the 20-yard line. Teal calling signals. Talking to Cabrera. Teal waits. Hands the ball to Cabrera. Cabrera wants to throw it.
Pass.
Has it, throws downfield. It's knocked away beautifully.
24,
That's
Mays.
Cabrera with the pitch pass.
Say hey, Willie Mays.
Broken up.
Mays was able to get back. He was beaten, but Mays got back and got him.
Ball was underthrown.
He was there. He
He
was
had
there.
he had 4 or 5 yards. Great speed by Mays. But they're knocking on the door here.
That was a great call. That was a great call.
You know how many penalties? How
Oh.
many penalties for Westwood today? They have to control that.
Teal steps inside, gets to about the 15-yard line. Going to bring up a 3rd and 5.
About 4 or 5 yards on the play.
Teal with a 5-yard gain on 2nd
And
down.
Riverdale
Now
wins
the
again. They beat
5
Pascack Valley.
They have
3rd down and 5 to go.
Boy, Riverdale is really moving along here.
well, they have 1 loss against Ramapo. And they'll probably see Ramapo like last year.
They're setting up a great playoff game.
Well, that happened last year, remember?
Teal looks, steps inside, gets away from one, whoa, he's tackled. That's Borgensen, wouldn't let him get away.
Number 6.
Teal scrambles.
He gets away from Borgensen, it's a touchdown.
Oh, but Borgeson's got great hands, and he brought him down.
Here we 4th down and about a yard to go for a 1st down.
A quick play.
This is going to be a keeper by Teal. There it is. And Teal almost breaks it for a touchdown. Borgensen saves again.
No, that was Borgensen and Baez on the stop.
And Borgensen doesn't get him. He stepped outside. He was going to the goal. He was going to the end zone. So now it's 1st and
10.
1st and goal from the 9.5. We have 38 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. St. Joe's is leading Don Bosco 17-3. We did the St. Joe's Bergen Catholic game last week. What a game that was.
It was a tale of 2 halves.
Tail wants it, throws, incomplete, intended for Cabrera.
You know that movie, that book, Tale of Two Cities? We had tales of 2 stories, 1st half and 2nd half.
Last week, what a coaching job by Vito Campanelli last
They
week.
shut out St. Joe's in the 2nd half.
2 of his top players were out all the rest of the year with injuries, and then his starting running back goes out and he loses a lineman. So he's losing all these players, and he shuts out St. Joe's in the 2nd half.
They'll see each other probably at the MetLife Stadium. Or
Well, they're going to
before, it'll be up here.
depending on the seating, but we look forward to it. Trips to the right. Teal calling signals. Teal looks, throws, has his man out here trembling. He's knocked down by Mays. Boy, I tell you, that Mays plays well. Does he play well?
He's an outstanding defensive and offense.
He closed on that play very nicely.
You can't teach speed, Larry.
No.
He's got that speed.
Again, we want to thank Lewis Mays for bringing up the sandwiches and the cookies and the fruit.
I
think the Star Ledger is also going to thank him.
They ate well. So we have 3 quarters in the books here at Westwood High School. Westwood leads Mahwah 14-3. 12 minutes left to go in this exciting game. You are watching WCTV, the all-volunteer access group from the Township of Washington. Hey. There's. There's Vincent Sacadato. There he is.
He's looking for Nick. Nick may be having a little sandwich someplace, Larry. Where is Nick?
Oh,
there he is. He probably put it in his pocket.
There's Nick.
I bet you it's in his hand.
Also, Nick runs and is the Chief Operating Officer of Oradell Public Television. And our friends in Oradell that get public TV have to thank Nick for all the work he does. And we send him our tapes, and we hope the people along the line in Oradell are enjoying our games. And also, Nick has a server. I can't get into the technical, but it's a computer that sends stuff out to any place in the country. And Nick sends out shows out to a couple of places to up in the Northeast. Teal's got the ball. He hands it off. No, he keeps it. Runs around the end, and he's tackled from behind.
74. That's Edinger.
Did he make a nice play on that?
1 yard loss.
Now we're going to go for a field goal here, John. You have to go for the field goal. But Edinger stopped the play by coming from the backside.
And what he does, he stays under control, doesn't give what he's going to do, and made the play.
And he is a junior, so we're going to see him again next year.
So this is 15, 25-yard field goal
Yank. Here he goes. The beautiful hold. The kick is up, and it is good. So
25-yard field goal.
25-yard field goal. Mahwah tacks on 3 more points. They now trail Westwood 14-6 with 11 minutes and 16 seconds to go in the game. You are watching WCTV, the all-volunteer access group from the Township of Washington. And the cheerleaders of Mahwah with the Thunderbird.
Look at it, Thunderbird's got some moves.
That Thunderbird can move, huh?
But look at that beak on that thing. What a color come. Look at it. Give me the evil eye, Larry. You see the evil eye?
Look at that eye on him.
Look at that eye. Get out of there with that eye.
He's looking at you, John.
He may like me. Look at this. I'll see you later, he says.
Look at him. He's waving at you.
Hey, pasta fazoo.
You better watch it. He's gonna come up here and beak you. He hits you with that beak, you gone.
I tell you. Look at that beak. Mamma mia, que nose. El naso grande.
Rydell picks the up kick and gets it to about the 37-yard line. Man, we've had some crazy stuff up here.
Oh my God! You see the evil eye?
That guy did have an evil eye.
Oh my God!
What do they call that? Moloka?
Oh, I don't know what the heck. Malocchio. Malocchio.
Look at him. Look at him.
Look at it. Now he's going to give me the watch the finger of fate down there. Wait. That's no good. He's going to give us a bird. Oh.
I think he's going to flip his beak. First and 10. The game is going on here.
I know.
And it's a close game. There goes Giordano. And Giordano gets across the 40-yard line. We'll see where they spot it. He runs low to the ground, and he runs hard.
He doesn't sprint out. He's waiting for the blocks, and then he jet stream, and he goes. Oh, my God. Boy, the evil eye. Everything is happening in this game.
Here comes Karubia with the call. And look at this. He looked like he didn't pick up that much, Giordano, but he picked up 5.
He picked up 5.
Renoff comes out to the left. Karubia calling signals. There goes Giordano. Big hole. He's outing.
Go.
He's at the 30, 15, 20, 5, 10. Touchdown. The 37-yard line. He took the ball.
No. 44-yard line. 56-yard touchdown. 56-yard touchdown.
So Tyler Giordano hits
You know, that was a play that he waited from the 40 to 57. Yeah. But Larry, that was a play that he waited for the opening, and then he was like a rocket.
What an opening by the offensive line on the left side. The blocking was spectacular. Giordano hit it and ran away from everybody. Read the play. Everything went perfect there. Here's your kick by Levy. It's blocked. So PAT fails, but at a great run by Tyler Giordano, Westwood now takes a 20-6 lead over Mahwah. Let's see that, John.
Well, here it is as Giordano gets ready. He's talking to Garubia. And you're going to see a play. He's going to be right from about the 46. And there he goes, 54 yards. And then once he had that opening, he goes into the afterburners and a touchdown. So officially, we gave him what, 57 yards?
57 yards. We'll give him 56 on that one.
56 we'll give him.
What a run. What a player.
You know,
boy, has he blossomed into one of the better running backs. You know, tell you this, folks, in all honesty, with all kidding around, we've done a lot of games, but he's one of the better running backs. I mean, other guys might have names, but this kid is a good running back.
Well, Larry, he had 11 kickoffs for 450 yards. He's got so much speed, but then he turns the afterburners and he follows his blocks. Should be one of the all-county considerations.
Gosh. He is one of the better running backs in the county. He is, and we've seen them. Here's a squib kick, comes to the up man, drops to the 40-yard line.
So you got 10-13 to go in the game after that electrifying run by Giordano.
Well, he lit that up. And we're high in the press box, and we saw the hole open, and there was a nice hole there, and he read it perfectly. He hit it, and once he hit that hole, he was gone.
He's definitely the fastest guy out there.
Woof. Well, I don't know. I think him and Mays. I'd like to see
and
that
Mays
race.
is the second fastest.
Yeah, I'd like to see that race. All right, Teal's calling signals. Teal looks, fires.
Wide open.
Again. Oh, he had Tremblay. I mean, there wasn't anybody within 10 yards.
That was wide open. Another fake by the quarterback.
Tremblay was open. There was nobody around him for a minimum of 10, could be 15 yards.
Now, Tremblay, he was wide. Sometimes that's the worst time to catch the ball. You're in the opening. You had 1,500 people looking at you and saying, "Oh my God, he's going to score a touchdown."
Tremblay gets to the outside. He gets down to the spot of the ball will be the 42-yard line.
You know, Larry, what I saw now, 3 or 4 plays that the quarterback for Mahwah has done. He fakes a play, and then he still keeps the ball, and that opens the receiver. So now the receivers just got to catch the ball, and they'll have a touchdown.
The defender takes that one step forward, and the receiver runs right by him. Twice they almost hit on it.
And the one time they went a long way to set up one of the field goals.
Cabrera, Teal.
That was good.
Teal's going to run out of room, and he is swarmed down.
That's
Stevie Rydell with the tackle.
Teal looking for room around the left side.
He has 24 coming into today's game.
Brought down by Rydell, 4th down and 12.
So it's a 4th down. Let's see what Coach Diaz does. He's going to punt, I think.
Yeah, you're down 14. You still got plenty of time.
Oh, yeah, there's 9 minutes to go. You can get to. You get the ball back. So now Teal will kick, dropping back. Looks like Giordano. Yeah, it is. Teal runs forward. Kicks it up in the air.
Nice punt.
Ball bounces.
No, you don't pick it up.
Giordano's going to let it roll. And it will.
No, don't.
At the
19, 18.
18-yard line. So Westwood will take over 1st and 10. 8 minutes, 52 seconds to go. They lead 20-6 over Mahwah.
And the cheerleaders are happy. It's been a great game for Westwood.
It's been a close game.
It has been. I mean, there was a big play right there. You were talking about. You're looking at 14-6, 8-point differential, a touchdown, but Westwood came right back with Mr. I.V. Giordano, 56-yard and a score.
Ramapo's leading Wayne Hills, 21-14. That's a great game up there.
Yeah, absolutely.
There goes Giordano.
Oh.
And Giordano's going to pick up at least 5 yards, maybe 6 after the spot.
You know, I haven't been keeping stats on him, but I'll tell you, he's getting a lot of yards.
He's pushing 150, 175 yards.
Well, what I like to see the way he runs, he doesn't fly at full speed. He waits for the block or he waits for the move, and then he puts the afterburners.
2nd and 4, they give him 6. The clock is running in favor of Westwood. They lead 20-6.
Well, remember Lakeland didn't kick to him. Remember they said, we're not giving him the ball. The one time he would have had a touchdown, but he stepped out of bounds.
Ranoff comes out to the left, and the Mays is in the slot. Baez moves to the right. And Giordano was stopped very quickly.
I'm trying to pick up the young man.
Get his number, turn around.
Looks like number 11. There we go. 11, he's Cabrera.
Ryan Cabrera, the linebacker, comes crashing in.
And he tells it all, the way he had his head down. Made a great play to stop it.
There's your clock and your time. Westwood will try to drain every ounce, every second they can, leading 20-6.
But Larry, you know, Mahwah and Westwood, when they play, it usually comes final play, who wins, who loses.
We've been there.
Absolutely.
Pitch out. Here comes Giordano. And we have another flag.
You saw that
Another
block.
flag. We got 2 flags come flying in. And that's going to be, I believe, a hit in the back.
Well, you had the initial penalty.
I think Cabrera was hit twice.
Yeah.
He got hit in the back, spun around, got hit again. Yeah. Let's see. Pushing it back.
Block in the back.
Yeah, by Westwood.
On the offense.
And it's going
to be 3rd down.
3rd down. You know, when you see 2, 3 flags come out on one play, it has to be blatant. Yeah. Everybody saw it.
You see, now you're on about the 12-yard line. A fumble. Mahwah picks it up, scores a touchdown. You're back in the game. You got to stop self-destructing.
So that's another penalty. Yeah, when they go through the films, they're going to have to clean up these penalties in the next couple of weeks. As you get closer to the playoffs, and when you get into the playoffs, you can't have these penalties.
Oh, absolutely.
You may have one here and there, but you can't have a plethora of.
Westwood will play Pascack Hills in Montvale next week.
Giordano picks up about 8 yards. Yeah, they're going to play Pascack Hills.
We're not going up there and doing a game?
Nope.
Oh, you did.
We have a special exit 168 show next week.
Okay, all right.
And we also have the town concert that was taped by Idol last week. So we have certain requirements we have to do.
All right.
And we have a timeout by Westwood on the field with 6 minutes and 17 seconds to go. They lead 20-6 over Mahwah. So yeah, next week we will have a live show from our studio. And then the following week, which will be week 8, we'll be back here at Westwood. When Westwood plays Demarest, it'll be senior night. We'll be honoring the seniors, band, cheerleaders, and football players. And after that game, we will have a pretty good idea who will be in the playoffs. And all these playoff games, quarter, semis, and finals will be at the highest seed. So Westwood if they can pull this game off and continue and win the next 2 games and get a 6-2, they would have, I would think, a pretty high seat. They would host at least 1 game, possibly 2. But again, this is all in the future.
Yeah.
We're trying to figure out what's going to happen. You never know. It drives you crazy. I mean, I still can't believe that the DePaul loss went to Caven Point to St. Peter's. St. Peter's impossible to defeat down there without their star quarterback and beat them. So you never know. I mean, these games you don't know till it's over.
The ball has a point on it, and it bounces crazy ways.
This is Karubia kicking. I don't think he, you know what, John? That's Baez kicking the ball. I beg your pardon. Westwood's kicker is injured. That ball is a net 1 yard.
But that, we're talking to him. This, you're putting the game right back.
Yeah, that's a 1 yard kick. The ball went out of bounds.
So
we're talking about the games of Westwood winning. This game is far from being over.
Well, when you kick a 1 yard punt, you put the ball on the what? The
25 yard line.
Oh my goodness.
Teal looks, fires downfield. No one there. Waited for someone to cut in.
I guess the one receiver stopped running in the middle. He had an opening to the end zone. I can't believe that. You talk about a tale of 2 plays.
This is true.
A 1 yard punt. Gives the ball to Mahwah, brings him right into it.
even the scorekeeper, what did we say to make him laugh? Scorekeepers, we never made a scorekeeper laugh in our life. He's still laughing. Champlain's, I don't know. Champlain goes inside the 25. He can't keep, he's having a hard time keeping.
I think you're going to have a little sign up. Can anybody here punt? Can you punt more than 1 yard? How about 5 yards? Oh my goodness. That was a 1 yard punt.
We have never made the scorekeeper up here laugh. This poor guy up here screaming. Oh, there's a hole down there. And the ball's incomplete. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down as Westwood's defense is really holding tight here after that punt. You know what's going to happen? And a flag comes flying in. Another flag.
I hope it's against Mahwah. There's got to be 20 penalties in this game.
Oh, this is...
Look at this. I guess it's against Mahwah.
The coach out there is not a happy camper. Here comes Joe Belcher. Let's see what he's going to call. He picks his flag up.
No penalty.
No penalty. Oh, okay.
See that?
That's good. So that's going to bring up, let's see, what 4th down and 7. And John, through all of this, that 1 yard punt, Westwood has got Mahwah down to the 4th down.
Looks like somebody's chopping a tree. What? Is there a tree around here? What's going on?
Someone got
in the stand. Somebody's banging upstairs.
Somebody's trying to bang through the walls here. Here we go. This is a big play. Big play. Teal looks, fires, knocked away by Rydell. Steve Rydell.
No flags.
No flags, and Westwood, after a poor punt, is able to hold on downs, and the ball gets turned over to Westwood.
I think they're going to punt. John, I want them to have another punt.
I think what we're going to see is the Mike Campanelli idea of 4th down. No matter where you are, under what conditions, you don't punt, you go for it. And we got some stories about Mike Campanelli.
Oh, yeah.
How about the time they were playing Hackensack? It was 4th and 13 on his own 23-yard line. He wants to run the play. And Nunzio Campanelli was the quarterback. He said, Dad, what are we doing? We're not punting.
That's a game I think he had 18 times he went for it. He didn't care where it was. There could be another penalty.
Illegal substitution by Westwood.
And that was a ginger dropping of the flag.
Now it's 1st and 15. What happened with the Mike Campanelli? He was playing Hackensack. Hackensack had the great Rashidi Brown as a running back. He refused to punt the ball for every down. And he went, I don't know, 15, let's say 15. There were 15 times he went for it on 4th down. And he went for it all over the field. 8-yard line, 10-yard line, his own 20. He made 14 out of 15.
Look at here, we're practicing snapping.
Practice something here. Here comes Giordano. Cuts inside and gets to the 20-yard line. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 15.
And you want to just let the clock start running back. Run it out of here. Less than 5 minutes to go.
He picked up a little more than that. Let's make it 2nd down and 13.
This has been a crazy game.
Oh,
a lot
my
of
God.
penalties, a lot of great plays. I'm going to give my award to Giordano, I.B. Giordano.
Maybe we can get down and get an interview. We get Bobby Maines to try to get
Giordano would be good.
Player of the game, yeah. Mays is out to the right. I don't think Westwood's going to throw the ball. I really don't think Westwood's going to throw. Now they'll throw the ball. Here goes Giordano. Giordano stays on his feet and brings up 3rd down. I tell you what, John.
Look at it, picking him up. I think you may have to talk to somebody else. He's going to get a little IV. There he goes. I think he's going. No, that's somebody else.
Nah.
That was number 11, it looked like. Who was going out.
George Stengos.
Stengos. He's by Gene Dumoret's house.
I thought maybe Coach Diaz might have called a timeout here. Save some time, but I guess not. So now it's 3rd down. I got to hand it to the Westwood defense. They have played really hard
Super
today.
defense today.
They've only given up 2 field goals.
And Westwood had a lot of penalties.
Oh.
You know what? They have to control that.
And Westwood calls a timeout. When we come back with 3:32 to go. Westwood leads 20-6 over Mahwah. You were watching WCTV, the all-volunteer group in the Township of Washington.
3:32 to go in the game.
All right,
and another flag.
What is going on? Motion against Westwood. You know, John, this reminds me of the game we did about a month ago between Pope John 23rd and
Paramus Catholic.
Oh, my God. There must have been 30 penalties. This is catching up to it.
I mean, these are all penalties that actually happen. You know, it's not fictitious penalties. The referees are doing a great job. They call everything they see. I think you and I are going to get a flag.
They would have thrown a flag in the 1st quarter, and we would have been out of here.
All
right, 3rd down. Hey, John, if they don't make a 1st down, a punt's going to come.
Oh, forget it. Maybe they'll get a 2-yard punt this time.
There goes Brown.
Oh,
there goes Brown. There goes Brown, and he's
1st down.
And he gets to the 35-yard line. Jaden Brown with that speed gets to the 35-yard line. And Westwood picks up a very all-important 1st down. And now Westwood's going to take every second they can off this clock.
I was looking for his nickname, Mr. Brown.
Well, we're going to see what they do.
Oh, I tell you, I'm still laughing about the 1-yard punt.
Hey, we've seen everything.
Was it 1 yard? Maybe half a yard.
No, it was 1 yard. It was 1 yard.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Well, we have to tell you that Westwood's kicker is injured.
Yeah,
he has a bad leg. He's been out now couple of weeks. They get him back, and this will be taken care of. He is one of the better ones, Constantine. He's a better place kicker and a punter. Then you had Will Borgenson, who was injured in a JV game, and he punched the ball very well. So there's nothing you can do about it if you don't have a kicker.
And Jason Levy made 2 extra points today.
Yeah, he's a place kicker, not a punter, but you know, it's very difficult when you lose your punter and and your place kicker just.
You can do a drop kick too, though. You don't have to
do whatever
punt.
you want, but you got to be able to.
You ever do drop kicking? That's pretty good, drop kicking.
No, I've never done that. No.
Yeah, you can drop kick.
Sure, you can. I mean,
in my time, they used to drop kick at time.
Pitch out here to Brown. And Brown stays on his feet and gets to about the 38 yard line.
They're trying to get the ball out.
Oh, yeah, you got to try to strip it.
They're trying to keep him down. You know, right now, they're going for the ball. You know, they want to get a fumble. You got to keep everybody. We don't need any more penalties.
Yeah, they're going to see.
What I would do is.
Giordano comes in and Brown comes out.
Well, you can because you're going to get a penalty. Their job is to grab the ball from you, so you got to hold it, and that's part of the game.
I think there was a timeout on the field. Well, it gives us a chance with 2 minutes and 39 seconds to start thanking everyone. We'll start with the Mahwah people. Over the years, we've always had a wonderful relationship with Mara, Roger, Pelletiers, the AD. Thank you so very much for all you've done. Chris Diaz, the outstanding young coach at Mahwah. He's got a good team, John. Junior laden. They're going to get better. They'll bounce back next week, and it's a team to reckon with in the future. So thank you very much for the people at Mahwah. Here at Westwood, what can you say? You want to thank Danny Vivino for all he's done in helping us. Dennis Hard, the head coach, constantly every week giving us information, telling us what's going on, who's injured, what they're going to try to do.
Oh, my goodness. We had enough food.
Second down, Karubi is calling signals. Giordano hits and gets across the 40-yard line. Third down. I want to thank the Touchdown Club, Louis Mays, for bringing up sandwiches, cookies, fruits. Thank you so very much. I can't tell you how much that means to all of us here who come from, some of us come from work, and we have something to eat that'll hold us until we get home. Thank you all very much, the Touchdown Club of Westwood, and all you do for us. It's really, really appreciated, and we enjoy it. Mahwah has called a timeout. And of course, John and I personally would like, and John's going to get his 2 cents in, want to thank the Westwood Athletic Association and the committee for picking and having us part of that wonderful ceremony last night and tonight, inducting us into the Westwood Hall of Fame. That is a tribute, and it is humbling.
Absolutely.
Really humbling.
We've definitely been humbled. But I'll tell you what, really, we definitely appreciate it. It's unbelievable. I feel like I'm a star here every time I turn around, and I really appreciate it. What we do is a labor of love. This is what we like to do day in and day out.
Here's Mays around the left side, and he stopped.
And you can see the desire right now from Mahwah to try to get the ball back. Even with 2:20 to go, they want to try to get the ball and get a score and come back into the game.
So we thank everyone. It was an honor, and I said it last night at the dinner, to receive these honors, these acclamations from your family is very, very special, and we thank you very much.
Larry, you would not believe all the Facebook people that sent little messages to my wife, and seeing us involved, in getting this award. I can't believe it, how many people. I'm saying, this is great. We love this. This is something we enjoy. But hey, we do it our way.
We would be here, sitting in the stands, and when we do these games, whether it's football, basketball, wrestling, softball, a hockey game we did once.
Yeah.
We get the best seat in the house. Look where we are right now. We are in a press box overlooking a game.
Beautiful field.
Beautiful field, watching it, and it's just unbelievable. Karubia will come in and kick.
He's one of the kickers, right?
Oh, yeah. This is a committee of kicking here until they get Constantine back. And, boy, they're going to try to get him back
and
quick.
Also, you have Borgeson, right? Ian.
There we go. The kick is up in the air. It's going to bounce out about the 47-yard line, and it will roll out of bounds. at the 47-yard line, where Mahwah will take over. 1st and 10 with 2 minutes and 10 seconds to go in this game.
I think that was 16. That was a 16-yard punt.
That's not bad, John. Just get it out. With 2 minutes to go in the game, just get it out. Leave it to your defense that's played stellar all game.
And they're going, and somebody's yelling, cover 2. Put 2 safeties back.
Yeah, they are. You got Carubier and Giordano deep. Giordano's on the 40-yard line. Teal looks. Now he throws. Incomplete. Intended for 2 guys out there. Van Buren, number 8, maybe 20, Tremblay, but it was bounced.
And Baez was back there. You know, and this is where you get the bigger people back. Cover 2. Give them a little room.
What a 24 hours, huh, John?
Oh, my goodness. You know, I mean, I couldn't believe last night all those people at all the talks. What a great time that we had up there.
Teal is dropped for a loss. Benny Dada, who's coming back from a knee injury, gets the sack. Wow, okay, nice to see him back. Oh, we got to thank Mrs. Dada. What am I? Oh. Teal may have gotten shook up. I meant, before we forget, I got to thank Mrs. Dada for bringing the one of my favorite cakes, crumb cake. Whoa. Teal might have gotten a little shook up there.
He's a tough young man. 3rd down
now. Teal rolls to his right. He's looking, throws. Incomplete, intended for Ryobov. Baez was in the area along with Steve Rydell.
What an outstanding defensive game today for Westwood. Probably, in my book, the best defensive game they had all year. Against a very powerful offensive mind Mahwah team.
Yeah, they played well. This defense carried the day for them. 4th down now. This is the last shot. Throws downfield. Baez is there and knocks it away, and that'll do it. That should do the game with 1 minute and 13 seconds to go. Westwood may have to snap the ball twice, and Westwood will come away with a win, and they'll go to 4-2 with Pascack Hills next week and Demarest to follow. And if Westwood can take care of business, they will go into the playoffs with a 6-2 record, John. Not too bad.
Should be in the top 2.
Well,
1 or 2 or 3.
According to Jimmy Avitopoli, who I spoke today, Westwood would be a 2.
A 2 would give you at least 1 game at home, right?
2.
2.
You can't be on the road.
We could be doing some playoff games here.
Oh, that wouldn't be too shabby.
No. This is the #1 booth in the state, in my book.
Oh, well, what does Greg Matura call this place? An event.
We'll have to have something special for those games.
And we've just been told we're 1-0 as a Hall of Famer. We've been told that Giordano had was run for 185 yards, if I heard that right.
185 yards.
Wow. Under a minute.
Well, we'll have to try. Hopefully we can get
we get Bobby Maines.
IV. And we'll be able to ask him officially about the IV, Larry. How many times that young man, that one time he had 4 or 5 times. And what exactly did he get while he was playing? He may get probation after that.
So that's it. This should be it. That will be it. Westwood will win this game 20-6 as the clock winds down. As we say goodbye to our...
As the clock winds down, your Westwood Cardinals.
So 20-6.
So Mahwah wins. Mahwah loses to Westwood 20-6, and Westwood moves to 4-2. And they are a happy bunch there. They played an outstanding game. Other than penalties, they played a great game.
Penalties they got to clean up.
But behind Tyler
if not,
Giordano,
they're going to lose in big games.
180 yards today, not counting the
How much did he have? 156?
I believe so. That's what they told us. All right, we're going to try to get on the field and get an interview as soon as we can, okay? Well, we're on the sidelines here with Tyler Giordano. We've been told unofficially 180 yards rushing, Why are you so happy, the whole team? Why are you more happy today than you've been in the past with this victory? What does it mean to you?
Well, it's Mahwah. They took a ring from us, and we just wanted to come out and just smack them. Play Westwood football, and I think if we play tonight, no one's beating us. And I just want to shout out my line and Nicky Bias for just, you know, being dudes and just really letting me go through their holes untouched easily.
You know, we have a nickname for you, IV.
IV?
IV, you know.
You mean you've never heard of it?
Never heard of
the
it.
IV. There was a game, let me explain to you. There was a game where you must have fell down, your knees, you had problems 4 or 5 times, and you would come off to the sidelines. So, of course, we figured you were taking some IV. So now your nickname is IV Giordano. It's a beautiful name.
I like it.
And we see you. You get tied over, so there you go.
Oh, yeah.
Then I can see you come back and
Always. That's thanks to Frank Armstrong, the best athletic trainer out there.
All right, let me ask you. It seems that you run very low to the ground and you were able to break tackle after tackle after tackle. You've been perfecting that. Tonight, they just couldn't stop you. Were you just in another plane trying to win this game?
Well, once I said it's Mahwah. We all are on a different level. And line came out. We all came out as a team. Nick, Fat Nick. hey.
That's Baez, huh?
Yeah, that's Baez. He was just, I don't even know how to describe it.
You get the ball, you're getting the ball, and all of a sudden you see your hole. Now, I watch you out there, you're looking for the hole, you're not accelerating, you're looking down where the person's at. What is, in your mind, what are you thinking about that? You see these players.
Do you see the hole?
I see the holes. I see it so fast.
You switch speeds, and then you get through the hole, and then you take off.
Yeah.
And it's something,
Sorry,
I'm blocking you.
It's honestly, I was just born with it. I would say that.
I think your mother showed you that.
Yeah, right there. Mom showed me that.
She was probably showing you.
Who's that over there? Your mom and who else?
That's my mom, my grandma, and that's my boy.
That's your guy there. Okay.
I also see you when you're
And my
ready
grandpa.
to get tackled. You're ready to give something. You're not one. You're running with the ball. You put the ball and you get that shoulder and you hit them. It's like you want to hit them and prevent.
I do. I want to hit them so bad every single play.
You're ready for next week against Pascack Hills and then Demarest, and then after that it's playoff time again.
Yeah.
Ready? You're ready.
We're ready.
Ready. And you're feeling good. No
Yeah.
problem.
After this game, we're feeling really good. Unlike last week, I don't know what happened then, but we got Big Ben back on the line, which is helping out a lot. Defense is clicking, offense is clicking, special teams is clicking.
What is the best thing you like when you have the opportunity to get the ball? Is
The best
it getting from the quarterback or somebody kicking the ball off to you?
My favorite thing is kickoff returns.
Okay.
But I also love I love getting the ball in my hand. That's what I love.
You
gotta stay.
580 yards.
you got to stay close to the microphone. We never
Oh,
going
I'm
to know
sorry.
what you're saying.
But all right, so you're catching the ball.
Yeah.
Now you're going, and what do you do at that point? You see 11 guys coming at you.
Well, I like to bait them, and then I'd like to just cut it up. Like I would pretend I'm
Give
going
a little,
outside, you know.
little dance step?
Yeah, a little dance. I like, I get fun with
Would
it.
you like to play next year if you get a chance in college?
I would. I would love it.
You love it, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
Football's not something I never want to give
You
up.
got your whole family there cheering you on. They waving. There's mom and everybody else. So you got 2 more games to go. We'll watch you. You're turning out, I said that you're turning out to be an outstanding running back in the state. We've seen a lot of running backs, and you're right up there.
Think so?
No, so.
Appreciate
You
it.
stay healthy.
Stay healthy.
I pick you in the county, one of the top
You be
running backs.
Yeah.
And kickoff returns, you may be number 1.
You could be number 1, okay?
I hope
And
so.
you're going to be number 1
Congratulations.
For your
Thank you.
Enjoy
mother,
tonight,
number
okay?
I will.
All right. That's
Great
Tyler
job.
Giordano.
Great job.
Happy-go-lucky young man after a big victory tonight. Take that helmet with you.
Oh, my God. That's where you run away from. You for the helmet.
Got a piano on my back.
The helmet's about a 50-pounder. That's where the IV is, right there.
Right there.
All right, we're going to close this up over here. Westwood almost dominating. They didn't give up anything. If it wasn't for penalties, they may not even given up the 3 points. They
I'll tell you, they played great defense. The offense clicked. And I thought, excluding the penalties, this was probably the best game they played all year. But they have to clean up the penalties.
They do.
They probably have well over 100, 140 yards, 150 yards of penalties.
Yeah, they
Against a team in the tournament, you give somebody 150 yards, it's over.
Can't do it. You can't do it. So we hope you enjoyed the show. Again, we want to thank everyone for the help they gave us to put this on. want to thank the Westwood Athletic Association for inducting the both of us into the Hall of Fame. We can't say it enough how much we appreciate it. It's something that is special. We remember for the rest of our lives. And we walk around here, we walk around with a little extra bounce in our step as Hall of Famers. For John Francola and the entire ground, I want to say thank you and good night, John.
Well, you know, Bobby Maines is here. That's pretty, the aspiration. Maybe Westwood, because Bobby's here, they gave him an A game today.
Let's hope so.
Listen, again, we thank the Westwood and, of course, being Hall of Famers. Now we're going to have to get another award. You know, what else is out there, Larry?
I don't know. Next week we have a show from Exit 168. It was already scheduled down the road. And then in 2 weeks we're back here for the senior night as Westwood plays Denver, so we get ready for the playoffs. Good night, everybody.